So in example 3, it says write the ratio of each trigonometric ratio. So if you actually look at the picture, there's no variable. They're not asking us to find anything really. We're just supposed to write a ratio. Ratio is a fancy word for a fraction. So you'll see I want to know, what is sine of A? What is tangent of X? What is cosine of A? You should not use a calculator for these. You're just writing fractions. So we're remembering SOHCAHTOA. Sine, cosine, and tangent are just fractions. They're just ratios. So when I ask for the sine ratio, I want the SO ratio. I just want to know what's the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. So the easy one to find, theoretically, should be the hypotenuse, always across from the right angle. So this is going to be over 20. But the opposite leg, remember, is always opposite your angle, across from your angle. And it's telling me the angle to use here. It's saying of A. So I cannot be right next to A. I need to be across from A. So that means 12 is my opposite leg. 16 is the adjacent, and I don't care about the adjacent for this problem. And then since I did write a fraction, I should reduce it. If I do 12 divided by 2, 20 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, 10 divided by 2, I get 5/3. So next I want the tangent of X. So again, telling me the angle to use. So I can label from here. I could say, well, that side is the opposite leg. The leg next to me is the adjacent leg. You'll notice I didn't label the 29 as the adjacent because it's the biggest side. It's across from the right angle. I usually do the hypotenuse first so that I don't get confused on adjacent and hypotenuse. Wherever your right angle is, across from it will be your hypotenuse. So with your labels, you should have enough to go ahead and throw it into TOA, opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is 21, the adjacent is 20. That doesn't reduce, so I'm done with the problem already. Lastly, cosine of A. So I'm telling you to use angle A, but I do need to care that the right angle is here, making 30 my hypotenuse. Across from A is the opposite leg. Next to A is the adjacent leg, and I need adjacent and hypotenuse. So my adjacent leg is 18, my hypotenuse is 30, and those can be both divided by 2 and divided by 3. So 3/5. Yeah, 3/5 would be that ratio. So sometimes it's just asking the ratio. You're not actually finding a side or an angle, but it can still be using sine, cosine, and tangent.